this is kind of sort of an apology. Yesterday with the Watch Dogs, I got all angry and all that. It wasn't 100% Watch Dogs' fault. Um, this is just a quick explanation of why I flipped my lid during that stream. It wasn't even a full flip. It was just a mild, yeah. Between the fact that I couldn't get the Kelly Captain's elimination to trigger, even though I was doing it, mixed with the fact that I accidentally spent 30 of my reputation on the hitman I didn't want. Then real life medical issues. They're not. They're annoying me. And then, without going into details, another gaming company ripping off all the customer base. If you want to see any information, watch some of my previous streams. But my local government's pretty much said, well, we can't do anything to make them change their product or anything like that. The only suggestion we can give you is go to wherever you bought the product and request your money back. If you're curious, it's about Cyberpunk. So, according to my local government, those a-holes are getting away with it. So that, with the main issue was my arthritis is flaring up. So between Cyberpunk, arthritis, that not triggering, accidentally spending the reputation on the hitman, and then I was having a snack, something I was looking forward to all day. It's like I'm chowing down it, and the arthritis, I dropped it, and yeah, so it's like I didn't get to enjoy all of my snack, so it was just building up, and then that not triggering just the icing on the cake. So I thought I'd put this out there and let everyone know that no, Watch Dogs isn't making me that angry. It's annoying the hell out of me though. It was just the icing on the cake. That particular day was not a good day. That's why sometimes I won't stream or make videos for a length of time. Either because medically I'm unable to, or mentally the physics of life is just, yeah. So it's a balancing act. If I'm having a good day, I'm having a great day, I'll throw in a couple of, I'll stream heaps. But if I'm having an absolute crap ass day, then yeah, not a lot will happen. So I thought everyone would know. I have done them. The 2 spider ball arenas wasn't too bad. I jumped on there and loaded in straight away. Just after I completed the spider ball arenas, my internet took a dump. So that's how good yesterday was. And it took me like, I want to say like half an hour to get it back up and running again. So there's the apology and explanation on why. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the reason that when I really started getting angry because I couldn't, I wasn't aiming. The game was not aiming correctly at the enemies and stuff like that. Wherever I had if you look at the stream, you could probably notice it. Where I was aiming, where I was looking, ready to shoot, when I aimed, the gun would come up and it wouldn't go up to where I was looking. It would go up to who knows where. And I would not be surprised if that was because my internet was doing a little bit of a dummy spit just before it crashed, because I was doing the stream just before I done the Spiderbot Arena, and then as soon as I backed out of Spiderbot Arena, it got stuck on the exiting screen, and then internet took a dump. So bye bye, see you later, catch you next time. So yeah, just life, everything, like just a big pile on, and it's like that little cherry on the top was that. So there you go. Just in side notes, I mentioned the cyberpunk crap. So my local government, because they're not from CD Projekt, are not from my region, they can't do anything. It's like, yeah, they ripped you off, get your money back. They're like pretty much saying like, there's no way they can force them to give me the product I purchased. This is the consumer rights section, by the way. So I'm just waiting on the Polish one and the e-consumer, which is the global consumer rights boards. The Polish one have gotten back to me. They've said to pass it along. They're investigating. And the e-consumer one, I haven't heard back from them yet, but we'll wait and see. And on more hopefully lighter notes, Rust. Rust on consoles is coming. About a week, 7 days. I'm hearing people saying like 21st or something like that. I'm pretty sure it was the 25th, but it's like, whatever. Unless they're talking like the early access, but then as he said, Jade is reported on, so is both the Jades. One's Monkey, one's Plays. So if you want more information on it, see Jade Plays. I'm subscribed to him, so you can look on my subscription list and see who I'm subscribed to. I'm subscribed to him. He's been doing a fair amount of information about Rust. I'll jump on his channel and have a look at it. I'll be getting it, and when the private servers are available for rent, I'll be renting a server. So if you're more of a survivalist and not a PvPer, I'll be running a survival Rust server. It's gonna have, hopefully the settings allow me to do this, a friendly zone and a combat zone, stuff like that. And then if you're in the friendly zone, you can just up that you build. There's no griefing, no base raiding, or nothing like that. But if you're in the combat zone, then it's a free-for-all area. That's the plan. So depending on what the server settings allow me to do on the console, on how I'll set it up, because I just want an open world, uncensored game. Like, it's not gonna have it's not gonna have the character customization, and the console version isn't gonna have vehicles upon release, so it's not gonna be like the full thing. But with Conan's censorship being broken at the moment, and they haven't fixed it yet, and Cyberpunk being rip-off scumbag frauds, there's not a lot of games out there that are giving me what I want, or what I need. In a summary, what I would really want or / need is a game that doesn't coddle or restrict you in any way. I want a game that's like, build your character, there's a world, go ham, and we're not gonna censor, we're not gonna restrict, we're not gonna do anything like that. Like, you do what you want to do, and it's like, that's what I was promised with Cyberpunk, basically. I was a little bummed it was going to be first person, but that was the least of my bumminess once it came out. And in regards to, like, everyone's going, oh, I'm surprised it runs, While I'm in Watch Dogs, I'll do a quick run through of comparisons. So, like, everyone's going, oh, I'm surprised it runs because of, like, the detail and stuff like that. Like, this isn't probably the best character to do it with, but you can kind of see it. Let's see if I can get a oh yeah, there's a fire here. If I can enter here. Let's toss the spider bot on the fire. Turn it around. Okay, that'll work good. I brought my character up. Can I really not do it while it's that close? Seriously? There we go. If you look at the detail on that character, it's not that far behind Cyberpunk. No, you can't see the thread in the jacket, but do you need to? If I back out and bring up the map, and if I about here somewhere, just for a quick little if someone's got Cyberpunk wants to jump on it, I can do it again next update, and if I remember to place a marker and see how far it is, we can check map size. Because the only thing that Cyberpunk has delivered that it promised was the no load times when you're in the open world. That's the only part it's delivered. The character customization is there, but what is the point when you don't even get to use your character once it's created? And people are going to go, oh, you do when you look down you see characters. No, when you look down you see a character. It's not your character, because I'm sorry, if you create a character and just say you're in your apartment and you're role playing, because that's what they reckoned it was going to be, a role play game, and I'm going to go have a shower and do toiletry stuff and all that. You can't use the toilet, so that part's gone. You can have the shower, but when you take your gear off to have the shower, you leave your underwear on, and only a complete dickhead has a shower with their underwear on. You in your private quarters. You take your underwear off so you can wash your bits. And when they've gone, it's going to be an uncensored game, and it's got a menu option of uncensored, and yet they censor it. And then when you ask for 4 months, can you please give me the game that I bought, and they tell you to fuck off, they're not delivering the product you purchased, that if you don't like it, buy another version of their product and get modders to deliver the product that you purchased. It's like, why have the FBI, the cops, any sort of federal office not knocked on their door and gone, excuse me, can you come and give us a visit, please? Because, you know what, you're breaking the law, bitch. Okay. I'm just trying to find a spot. Oh, by the way, if I hear that the cops, the federals, whatever, have taken all their computers and shut the offices down and taken people in for questioning, I'm going to piss myself laughing and say, you deserve it. Get wrecked, bitches. So yeah. Okay, I reckon here's a good spot. If I call out a drone, because if I'm on the ground, it's going to do a GPS route, and it could say that it's a further distance than what it actually is. So, yeah. Need you, because you are a more valuable one. The more valuable ones give you more like 250 credits or something like that. So, I go for it. 150 credits. There you go. Normally you get like 50, 60 credits out of it. Okay, so if I'm here, that's pretty much the thing, and if I go straight up, that would be roughly the thing. But if you look, it does the GPS, so that the kilometers it's saying there, which is what, 9? No, 3.4 would be not accurate. So to be fair, I don't know how I would do this in Cyberpunk, how to get a straight path, but if you grab a flying object, do that with a bit of luck. Now I'm still in GPS, I didn't it? Okay, either way, it's about 3.5 kilometers. So if you want to go map comparison, Rust is supposed to be a 2K by 2K or 3K by 3K, depending on the map you get on the consoles. So it's going to be roughly the same size as Watch Dogs. Grand Theft Auto, I want to say if this is 3Ks, then Grand Theft Auto would be, I'm going to take a rough guess and say twice as wide and maybe 3 times as tall. Because I'm pretty sure it was about somewhere between 6 and 9Ks on GTA. I can't remember, I haven't checked it lately. I'm getting bored with the game, so it's like... Cyberpunk, I couldn't tell you. I think one of my videos, I had a marker and I told you that it seems... And it didn't seem that much bigger than this. I think it was around about I put a marker, it was like 3Ks, and that wasn't quite all the way across, but it was fairly close. So I think it's around about the same size. Add a bit of country around the edge, that's probably Cyberpunk. But when Watch Dogs Legion, if I do a direct comparison, like graphics, they're not that different. Gameplay, Watch Dogs Legion plays so much better. Performance-wise, so much better on Watch Dogs. Actually delivering what they promised, Watch Dogs is pretty much perfect. It's like, they never promised that you customize your characters, but now you can kind of do it. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a customization, it's more like an, actually no, it's not like an editing suite, it's more like a customization suite. You can change your hair, your makeup, your tattoos, piercings and stuff. So you can't choose, like, this character, I can't make her not Asian. I can't make her darker skinned or lighter skinned. I can't make her taller or shorter, more muscular, less muscular. Which is kind of sucky, but that's fine. They never promised it. But I can change her hair, I can change her makeup, I can change her piercings, all that's what I can do. And when I do it in the customization, it shows in the actual game. With Cyberpunk, whatever you do to your character means jack shit because your character is not shown in game. It is shown in your menu screen and in the initial character creation screen, and that is it. Everywhere else, it is a censored version of your character. The textures in Cyberpunk are a lot higher. When I say a lot, maybe double the resolution than in Watch Dogs. But on the base consoles, it is not needed. They could half the resolution of every texture in the game, and it would look just as good and perform twice as good. But instead of beating the dead horse, because Cyberpunk is dead, because they refuse to deliver our product. I say our here, because it's everybody who bought Cyberpunk has been ripped off, and they are getting away with it. And that is what is the base of all my anger. This company that made, let's face it, Witcher 1, 2 and 3, which I played 1 and 2 and absolutely loved them. 3 I didn't like as much, but it looked nice. That company, they announced Cyberpunk, beautiful, nice. Then they promised what it was going to be, open world, uncensored, RPG, mature content, character customization. It's like, yeah, I'll keep an eye on this one. And as it gets closer to release date, I pre-ordered it. You know, I didn't pre-order it when the initial announcement came out. Chicken, that white outfit, the CG thing. I didn't pre-order it back then. I waited till there was like, they started doing their streams and stuff like that. Yes, it is happening, and yes, it is a first-person. Yes, it is an open world and stuff like that. I've got okay. And even at that point, they're still saying it's open world, mature content, uncensored, and all like that. The only thing that threw me through the loop was it's only going to be first person. But I've gone, okay, I'll give them the chance. They done Witcher. I'll buy the product. And then just as it gets really, really close to release date, the ratings board gone, okay, uh, this country gave it this rating, this country gave it this. Okay, my country got an R18 plus, full ratings, and it was just at that point that CDPR put out an official statement going, yes, those countries that received the full ratings, which is what R18 is, full rating, will not receive any sort of censorship. So nothing will be censored. Religion, violence, coarse language, sexual references, nudity, nothing will be censored. They even then, after that, put another video out in one of the News City, Night City Wires, going, for those who are worried about the nudity, there is a slider or a switch to turn it on and off. And I've gone, well, that's cool. Like, so if you're playing the game and you don't want to see the nudity, you can turn it off. But I want to see it, so I'll leave it turned on. So I pre-ordered a second version. Because they're going, okay, they're catering to my needs and to the people who don't want to see its needs. Then they even went into details like saying if you stream the game, it should automatically filter, copyrighted music, nudity, and stuff like that will be turned off. I've gone, okay, I just don't stream the game to see the nudity. That's fine. Game releases, fork over my hundreds of dollars. They take my hundreds of dollars, and they go, here's your game. You put it in the machine, and it's not what they promised. And I'm not looking at performance here. I'm just looking at, because Watch Dogs, performance-wise, Watch Dogs, it's day and night. You play Watch Dogs, if people join and leave, you'll get the occasional stutter. If a lot of crap happens, like big explosions, you get stuttering and stuff like that. And in one of my streams, someone was saying that on the Xbox, they got a bit tearing and stuff like that. But when on Watch Dogs, which is not the Watch Dogs they promised and that you bought, you get to an elevator and the game like takes a dump. They would have, to be honest, if they had released the game and had load screens, so when you go in an elevator, it loaded half the textures and actually delivered the product that they promised, which was the first person, open world, role-playing, mature, uncensored game, then I would have been happy. I would have been over the moon. But instead of doing that, they've gone, there is millions of people that will give us money because we promise a product. If we make the product that they want, but then cover up the crap that they really want out of the game, we can still take their money. And they have gotten away with that scam. And by the way, if anyone is still interested, I am still actively looking for class action. So if there is enough people, I believe it's 10 minimum, that are in agreement that the product that they delivered is nowhere near the product that they promised and that we purchased, and that they are refusing to deliver it. Because I have the email that they are saying they are not going to deliver our product. And you don't like this, and you would like to see them taken to court, I'm more than happy to put in a little bit of legwork, get in touch with a lawyer, and we can put in some sort of class action against them. And it would be purely for that case, for the nudity situation. The nudity censor situation, because that's the only thing that we can legally take them against, because it is labelled in-game as nudity censor on or off. And when that censor does nothing, and they promised it would do something, and they have stated in the email that they do not intend on fixing it, that we can get stuffed and give them more money to get another product, it's like, that is what the court case would be about. So yeah, between using coarse language here, cyber cunts, and all the companies involved, and that dickhead Pal Sasko. Yeah, mate, I'm calling you a dickhead because you're a dickhead, making the statement that us gamers don't appreciate or understand. Like, what kind of fuckwit makes that statement? Um, we more than understand and we more than appreciate when we are not ripped off, scammed, and whatever else they're fucking doing over there. Like that scummy company can disappear for all I care. They are worse than EA. They are worse than Ubisoft. They are worse. All these scummy companies, by Blizzard, all that. CDPR are worse than any of them. Yeah, EA or Take-Two and also, they will jam those gambling mechanics in their game. Yeah, they will try and say no, it's not gambling, it's random gift mechanics or something like that. But at least they're not lying about it and defrauding you about it. So yeah, between that other real, medical, physical, mental, all that sort of stuff happening in real life. It's like, then yesterday I couldn't do my daily properly because it wasn't registering properly. I could just see this, and it's like, boom, I flipped my lid. So, okay, what I'm going to call it. So I've explained why I'm so angry. And if I was to list out the reasons why, I can go medical, life. Surprisingly enough, none of this is the virus. It's like, that's very minimum why I'm angry. I can put up with being in isolation. I can put up with not seeing as many people as I'd like to see. I can talk to them on the phone or whatever. I can play with them in video games. But when the video game industry is CDPRing it, it's like, that is the reason I get angry. And then co-head CEO, I can't remember exactly what his, he was one of the higher ups. He was like leader of the pack, the co, I want to say co-founder, it wasn't co-founder, co-CEO, whatever, turned around and made the statement of this not this game, but Cyberpunk would have been released bug-free and working fine if it wasn't for COVID. It's like, what the fuck, dickhead? The problems with the game right now, after you've done all your patches, the performance isn't that bad. It's still not as good as it should be, but it's not that bad. So saying it would be bug-free and run reasonably well is bullshit, because you are purposefully, willingly withholding our product and saying, give us more money to get a product that can be modded into the correct product. So that statement you making that it would have been a perfect release is horseshit, because he still would have gypped us on the correct product, so it wouldn't have been a good release. So between Pal Sasko and that dickhead, it's like, when you got Wallies, that's a British word for penises or Richards, dicks, knobheads, cocks, whatever word you want to use. That is the people that work at that business. No wonder we got ripped off and they successfully got away with it, because they must be seriously BJing their local fucking government agency. Like, the UOKIK, whatever it is, the one that's supposed to be overseeing their updates to make sure they release it correctly, which I've gotten in touch with. What are they doing? It's like the last, I want to say 6 updates. It's slightly increased the performance. I'm talking like 1 or 2 frames per second on consoles. Mostly eliminated the crashing. I say mostly because it still does crash. And that is it. Oh, there's a list 10 miles long of fixed an issue with this mission, fixed an issue with this mission. But when I can't even play the game to get to those missions, because of the fact it's not the correct game, try fixing that, dickheads. And on that note, I'm going to call it at half an hour. I will catch you all next time. I'm doing my dream stream later today, so watch out for that. I might do a more of the adult-sided of creation today. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, join me. If not, doesn't matter. I'm out of here. Take it easy. Look after each other, and don't be scummy. Catch you next time.